Space is big. And if human beings want to explore it someday, which will be necessary since this will eventually happen, we will need a new type of transportation. Rocket boosters just won't cut it. Too much fuel for too little gain. And ion engines, though extremely efficient, would be incredibly slow and weak. It would take a lifetime to get to Alpha Centauri, our closest stellar neighbor, at a mere 4 light-years away. Enter Mexican astrophysicist Miguel Alcubierre, who in 1994 developed a series of equations in relation to differential geometry that would, in theory, move a ship faster than the speed of light. His engine, which he calls the Alcubierre drive, was inspired by Star Trek's warp drive, in which a starship literally warps the fabric of space-time around the ship in order to move it. This 1960s loophole may seem preposterous, but it is the basis of Alcubierre's theory and the equations that have made him famous among the scientific community. Now, you may be wondering, why bother moving space around the ship when you can just move the ship? The answer? Because you can't move the ship. Not faster than the speed of light, at least. The reason comes from Einstein's theory of special relativity.
Imagine you're in a vehicle traveling 30 meters per second, and you throw a ball with an initial velocity of 10 meters per second. Inside the vehicle, you would measure the speed of the ball as 10 meters per second. A roadside observer, on the other hand, would measure the velocity as 40 meters per second. The change in perspective changes the measurement. Now, instead of a ball, let's say I shoot a photon packet of light. Assume you have a device that can measure the speed of light, which we'll represent with the letter c. Inside the vehicle, we measure the speed of light as just c. And as per the previous experiment, we would expect the velocity observed by the roadside observer to be c plus 30 meters per second. However, that observer will only measure the ball as a constant c. The velocity of the truck is not added to it. What's going on? Doesn't this violate the laws of physics?
What Einstein discovered, and what NASA confirmed in 2015, is that space will literally contract to keep the speed of light constant. This means that the speed of light is a cosmic asymptote. No particle can accelerate up to it. Plus, as an object approaches the speed of light, time slows and mass increases. Mathematically, the limit of mass as speed approaches c is infinity, and infinite mass would require infinite energy to move it. This is what makes the Alcubierre drive so special. It takes a staple of science fiction and creates a mathematical way for it to exist in real life someday. Space-time is relatively simple to manipulate. You're doing it right now. Picture the 3 dimensions of space and the single dimension of time on a 2-dimensional plane. This is the fabric of space-time. Celestial bodies such as the Sun and Earth naturally warp the space-time fabric with their mass. The Alcubierre drive would contract the space-time fabric ahead of a ship and expand space-time behind it, thus creating a subspace bubble. Space would then literally warp around the ship and allow it to travel faster than the speed of light without moving at all. Surfing works the same way. Ocean waves are known to physicists as transverse waves, which move the medium up and down, but not across. When surfers ride a wave, the water does not travel with them. New water rises to carry them on their way. Relative to the wave distortion, the surfer is not moving. Relative to an observer, the surfer is moving quite quickly. This phenomenon is how the Alcubierre drive can trick the universe into allowing a velocity faster than that of light. There are some limitations of the Alcubierre drive, of course. The first being that we do not currently possess the ability to warp space in a controlled fashion for more than a few seconds. Secondly, to power such a drive, you would need the equivalent of the total energy output of the United States of America each year, in negative energy. Negative energy is to energy as antimatter is to matter. Scientists have only produced negative energy in extremely minuscule quantities. The only known generator of large amounts of negative energy are quantum singularities, commonly referred to as black holes. These limitations have not stopped organizations like NASA from developing a concept design for a starship that can use an Alcubierre drive, however. and scientists worldwide are working on developing the technologies required for such a complex system. As it is now, though, the Alcubierre drive will likely not become a reality in our lifetime. But as humanity ventures further into the undiscovered country, who knows what wonders we will uncover as we reach to the stars.
Mr. Sulu, take us out.
Hi, Captain.